He said, "We want to ruin their dream season," which is the dream of every rival.
I mean, that is just motivation through the roof for an Arizona team that has struggled this year. Here is Cam Skattebo, who is #1 in all-purpose yards in the Big 12. The handoff coming from Sam Levitt, a transfer from Michigan State by way of the state of Oregon. His confidence is through the roof as well.
Yeah, and his play in the month of November for these undefeated Sun Devils has just been tremendous. His efficiency that you could see there, the touchdowns, he's protected the ball so well, and his athleticism.
He tackles this year. He might have to here on 3rd down and 1. Early pivotal play for Arizona State. They'll feed him, and Skattebo launches his body to the 1st down marker into Trey Smith. They like quarterbacks with verticals here, thinking of Ortiz Jenkins back in the day. Skattebo, oh, his balance on display very quickly. He ends up with 9 there. Look at his hand in the ground.
You like that hand plant. We saw Devin Neal do this a week ago in a pretty big moment there at Arrowhead Stadium for Kansas. Just that balance, not even hit that time. He loses his feet, doesn't matter. You can see just how low to the ground, and then he seeks out contact. I mean, he just thrives off of it.
Kenny Dillingham, in one word, described him as rogue. Said he doesn't care about what people think about him, but man, does he play hard. Here he is again. He's worked on his speed, and another nasty stiff arm. Tacario Davis face to face with him, and after everything we saw in Michigan, Ohio State, here we go again.
Yeah, and just watch my guy, Mad Max over here, Hanachor. He just seals that edge. A nice job by Tyson coming in there. You talked about the maturity of Tyson. Those two paved the way, and then, yeah, I mean, it's just every single time you watch him and they go face to face there with the 6'4" corner, he is lower than everybody that tackles him.
On this last year when they had so many injuries, Skattebo out of the Wildcat, and he will get it directly and walk in for a touchdown. Wow. That's a bullseye.
Yeah, this is about as good as it gets, man. This is just a block down, block down, block down. And watch the big fella come out front. That's Kyle Scott, the right guard. And that's about as easy as it gets. The guy that lets contact, that has tremendous contact balance, he got to just have a gimme right there.
Progressive. 7-0 Arizona State. The two best at their position in this game for these teams, and there he is. That is Tyson across the middle. He's got a huge gain. Down the sideline he goes. Tyson is between confidence and cockiness, and we've seen that week after week, including Skattebo, who invites contact and goes cartwheeling inside the 5.
I had so much fun watching his tape this week. And we didn't see Arizona State last year. It's the first time we're seeing them this year. They're here because of that production. You can see everything is up from a year ago. Throw on a couple more touchdowns already here in the first quarter.
Skattebo, what patience. He squeezes through. He slides by. Skattebo is free once again, and he wants to get into a body, and it's Genesis Smith, gain of 34.
So when you play a group like Arizona that you just don't always know where they're going to be, well, guess what you're going to do? You're going to run that gap scheme. Right, you're going to block down so you have body on a body, and then you let Skattebo pick-a-boo. And he will pick his spots, and then this is the difference, Jason. You know, Kenny Dillingham is blunt with his guys. Hey, listen, you want to play in the league, Skattebo? Lose some weight.
Shenanigans against BYU and just how fiery he was. This is a run once again. Here goes Skattebo, and somehow he was down. He was very close to staying up on that run, wasn't he?
Yes, really, really close. And I just had, again, so much fun watching this guy. Look at the legs and the power. Yeah, I think that knee
I don't
just...
know. I don't think he was down, Brock.
And they scrapped, and you could feel some of this coming.
Arizona State's already run for 116 yards.
Picture up on the video board as the all-time leading receiver here at Arizona.
Passing Bobby Wade, they've had some great ones here. Great catch and run tailback. Skattebo is there for a first down to midfield, gain of 9, and a lot of whistles coming in. There's a flag down as well at the Arizona 42. Richmond.
Foul. Illegal blindside block. Offense. Number 0. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
Yeah, they like to do this, get an empty, and they just run him on a little under, and you're going to see Tyson at the end of this. He's going to try to help come back and block right there on Tay Brown, the linebacker. Back in the day, not a penalty. In this day and age, that's 100% the right call.
School that's only had 3 10-win seasons since 1975. This has been a program-changing season, and that is a stiff arm to the ground from Skattebo. That was against Gavin Hunter, the freshman.
Yeah, you can work on tackling. 23 missed tackles a week ago for Arizona, and they spent some extra time on it, but you can't tackle that guy one-on-one. I mean, you just can't. Once he gets going, it takes somebody grabbing his legs and the rest of the crew to come.
He watched The Last Dance. 3rd and 5. Hand it off, Skattebo. And he'll duck forward. He'll be about half a yard short. On 4th and 1. That is toughness. Right through the tunnel for a first down, Arizona.
Yeah, and I think by this time, Arizona knows what's coming out of this formation. They know it's going to be a block down and a pull around, but it really doesn't matter. And it is one of the greatest feelings as an offense. There's different looks on top of the familiar plays.
Skattebo, stretch it out wide behind Boley. Skattebo rummaging for extra yards inside the 5.
This is just a clinic, isn't it?
It is. Surgery.
I mean, I think the one maybe concern you had if you're a Sun Devil fan is like
when Poulet is in as the fullback. Skattebo. Goodness gracious. A ramrod into the end zone.
How would you like to be Jared Small?
I wouldn't.
How would you like to just, okay, here comes the run. I'm going to get hit, and then I'm just going to get run over.
If he's snorting and looking for a cape, transferred from Sacramento State.
Yeah, and just hyper productive in high school. Unbelievable at Sacramento State. And, you know, as Kenny Dillingham says about his kind of group of 5 guys, like, we know they can play. You just got to have them, give them that opportunity. And then you surround them with all these chip on their shoulder power 4 guys. Jason, there are 46 scholarship transfers. And I was catching up on the field with Danny White, the great Arizona State legend, before the game. He said, Brock, it's the most amazing thing. You would never imagine that there's 46 new guys.
In emotion, and that was not the case for a team that really stayed the course and set themselves up for this type of season. That's Skattebo for a yard. The narrative creation and watching his tape. What do you think?
Oh, he absolutely deserves to be in New York City. If there are 4 or 5, 6 guys, I think he's one of the 6 best players in college football. I think taking a 3-9 team and putting it on your shoulders and having the kind of production he has.
31-28, right before the Rose Bowl season of '96 for Arizona State. This would be a Herculean effort, especially against this guy. Skattebo flowing this way. What a run. I mean, that's everything he does in one run, Rob.
Yeah, it is just it's a change of direction. We've seen this with the Devin Neals, right, this season, the Taj Brooks, these low center of gravity guys, and just look at him just bounce and bounce. There's great penetration, but if you come in with your eyes down and you don't bring everything.
Skattebo has been out of that wild scat formation. There's Cam, a little hop through the hole. The balance is what everybody around this program talks about with Skattebo, and you see it on display basically every play.
Didn't know you had that.
First down.
Back pocket.
Okay. It's been quite the race, the Big 12. Skattebo ducking through again across the 35. There's a marker that's come in.
Holding. Offense. Number 0. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
More targets coming into this game. He's got 10 of them this afternoon. Skattebo again sheds tacklers, and then he's driven out of bounds, and he's not going to like that very much. It's a 25-yard rumble.
How do you tackle him?
You don't.
We said this about Jonah Coleman earlier this year too, right? It's like a turtle shell. Like, there is no surface area to even hit. You try to go low, look at his legs. If you go low, you're not knocking him to the ground. His contact balance is just different. And that's Dalton Johnson, the safety, 15 tackles a week ago. He knows how to tackle, but it is just such a disadvantaged position you're in when he gets a full head of steam.
Even right there, right? He goes down and he meets you down there low, right? He creates somehow space to navigate through.
You know that shot we had of Kenny Dillingham barking to his guys?
Yep.
Right, to own the ball. Do you know where that started? With him. They had the first conversation, and then Kenny went up and down the sidelines. Right? He's like, give me the ball. Let me finish. Let me be the finisher and close this game out.
Starting quarter number 4. Levitt, deep shot. End zone, right in.
This week of him absolutely annihilating somebody in pass pro. But you call this scan protection. Look at him right here. This is a well-designed blitz by Keenan. Looks like he's got to go here, right? Pick up that blitzer. Nope, he's got the wisdom to turn, scan back.
And just the belief that everything can go your way when nobody says it's possible. Arizona State and its alum, Kenny Dillingham.
Trying to get the Gatorade, trying to get it on him.
Do not try to get away from Skattebo.
You can't.